Correctional jail is the worst place to be. So come on and hang out with my friends and me. It might seem crazy, just wait and see. Regardless, it's just another random day.
So Brit, what can we look forward to on ARD? What's your favorite moment on ARD?
Here, Sab. You should probably get a turn.
We're rolling. Okay, now the first question is, what does ARD mean to you?
ARD means a lot to me because it's pretty much the first original cartoon that I've ever made, and probably the first project I've actually contributed to, and kind of helped me inspire to branch out and do different things that I never thought of before, and then take work that inspired me over the years, like cartoons or other things in media, and just take the stuff that I grew up with and just kind of share sort of a similar experience, or maybe a new experience in almost the same vein as and just share it in a new and fresh way.
Brit?
That's kind of hard to say. I know a lot of people like episode 2.
Kinda creepy, but if it works for you, why not?
But, probably either episode 3 or episode 4. I might like episode 4 visually, and because I've tried some different with the structure, this was my first time experiencing subplots. But I kind of like the new elements in episode 3 as well, especially with introducing Ender and pretty much getting the whole gang together, introducing them in one big episode. It feels like the first 2 episodes were leading up to that moment.
Are you okay? Do you need medical attention?
I think it's pretty neat. I like my friends. I like my world and stuff. Nameless has been helping me a lot with acting tips, and Brit. Brit's very interesting to work with because her character in Another Random Day pretty much fits how she is.
How's your morning been, Brit?
Jasmine, she helped with the wound from her debut, because in the second episode she stabbed me, and afterwards she was just kind enough to heal it off screen. All the wounds aren't really permanent. Ender fighting me, that was all CGI. Everything about it was just CG. The blood wasn't even real. That was just ketchup. Ender can't fly. Those are all special effects. Everything's special effects. None of this is real. I'm not real. I'm just a plush.
Dad, did you hear there's a horde of mutant grasshoppers headed this way?
Oh, heck. Oh, gee. Oh, no. Time to get the heck out of here. Time to scurry along. Oh, no. Oh. Heck.
9. 4. Ooh, 9.
What are you doing?
Determining what booty will be best for my treasure collection. Hello, my name is Hayden Erickson. I am the voice actor for Brit in ARD, and I am also a scriptwriter.
Hey, Sabaroni. What you doing here?
I needed eyes for my knee. Is this where you've been for the past week?
Yeah, pretty much.
A fun fact about me is that I'm trans male. I haven't gone through testosterone yet, so the sound of my voice is very girly, and that's how I'm able to do Brit still.
Don't do anything I would do!
I think of it as a cool concept that I would love to see on like television, like maybe something like I don't know, Adult Swim, because of the kind of content that it holds. I have nothing against that kind of content, but I don't think it's for kids under the age of 13.
Brittany Adrian, I'm into some really kinky shit.
I love it because it doesn't just have its own storylines, it also just takes you through the character's random days of life. Hence why it's called Another Random Day.
It's okay, man. A lot of parents go through it. If something goes wrong, he can call you.
Come on, Sab. Let us distract us from your stress.
I help write some of the episodes, sometimes full-on episodes, sometimes just adding in a bits of my part to what I think that should go in that episode and how it should end, or how a certain part should change just a little bit to get people's attention more.
Did you have a good trip?
You could say that.
Are you kidding? We were attacked!
It was kind of rough, Sab.
Did you have a good trip?
You could say that. Are you kidding? We were attacked!
Remember when I said I like it rough? That was not what I meant.
My favorite character so far would be Brit. I love Brit because she honestly just reminds me of myself and someone that is a close friend of mine. I thoroughly enjoy how she represents herself and how she holds herself as a character. She is a blonde, short gal that is lesbian and has quite the mouth, and can be very, very lewd. I like everything about her because she's not afraid to express herself, and if people find something that they don't like, she doesn't give a shit. Honestly, she's like, well, you're a loss.
Don't lie, Sab. We all know you crush on Kaiden hard.
To voice act her is honestly an honor, because she's Sebastian's best friend, the main character's best friend. So I absolutely adore her. I'm sorry. I represent her as the looted mind that she is. When I am writing for Sebastian, I think of a slower mindset, like how things won't click right away until they actually do. Well, just like, what do you mean by that? Oh, wait, no! If I were to write Kaiden, I think of him as a guy that is kind of sugar high, who has a bunch of energy and doesn't know where to put it. If I'm writing for Claire, I get into the mindset of someone who's very, like, laid back, but, laid back and gentle, but can have the mindset of f***ing you up, because that's honestly the real Claire, the character that she is based off of.
Happy part 4 of ARD Gamers. Ugh.
Brandon is very stoic. If I am to write him, I write him as a very straightforward person that cracks jokes, but with a straight face, like, sure. And then cracks a joke with a face like this. And I see Brandon as the more serious type, and just everyone has their own way, and it's hard to write for so many different characters when they're nothing alike, and that's what I love about it.
Hi, my name's Mykal Lee. I'm a voice actor on Another Random Day. I play a few different characters. I play Nameless and Kaiden and Mykal and a couple others.
Hey, Sab! What you working on?
I'm working on a device where you can go to alternate universes.
Yes, Sab. Yes, we are.
My favorite moment so far is just Nameless's whole adventure home alone by himself and kind of doing the Kevin McAllister shenanigans. I just thought that was really funny.
Die, 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 beast, beast, die.
I really like Nameless. He's really curious and kind of naive, but he has a lot of weird powers and abnormalities, and he's not just a normal kid or anything like that. Kaiden's fun. He's really hyper. He's, you know, that friend you always have who just gets a little too excited about everything.
Mutant grasshoppers everywhere!
Mykal is really just a big sweetheart. He's that archetype of the big guy with a heart of gold. I always love that kind of thing.
What about that hangout you were talking about, Sab?
I think my favorite one is probably Nameless. He's a lot of fun to play. He's got a lot of weird eccentricities, and, you know, I think he's just fun to watch.
Hello, I am Nameless. Middle name Adorable, and last name Person.
Hello, people of the internet. I'm August, or you might know me as Jasmine. The voice is a little different right now, though.
But Ender, they make you look different. So cute, and just stop.
What do I think of Another Random Day? I think it's awesome. I think it's hilarious, and I think it's unique and creative, and it's really fun. And I like being able to be a part of it. My duties. I just play Jasmine. That is all I do. If I was ever asked to write, I would, but I haven't. Hint, hint.
Well, I like writing stories, creating OSCs, archery, hiking, cannibalism.
I think the best moment was when Ender was first introduced and she was attacking Seb, because that was hilarious. Cosplay and everything. She really knew what to do. Favorite character? That's a hard question. I think they're all funny and they're all different in their own ways. Nameless is pretty cool. That Sailor Moon cosplay? I think Jasmine is a really good person. I think she's really sweet and she's kind to all the other characters, and I like that about her. I think that her being sweet is her best quality. I mean, she's other things too. She's sarcastic sometimes, and funny, but I like that she's sweet.
That's not a natural day. Jasmine, shut the fuck up!
The way that I think I'm represented in her is just that I like to think that I care a whole lot about my friends and want to make them happy and, you know, do things for them because, you know, they mean a lot to me because they're my friends. So I watch a lot of anime, as that is a given. I watch a lot of comedy specials too. I play tennis a lot. Kind of active. I cosplay sometimes, which is obvious. The obvious is the anime thing. Watch a lot of animated cartoons. I draw a lot. I paint a lot. Do lots of art. I go on a lot of weird adventures, like 3 a.m. Denny's and stuff like that, as anyone I know can attest. And I think the way that that coincides with what I do on the show, just, you know, making voices, would be that I watch so much anime and so many animated things because, you know, putting two together, hearing all those voices and being able to recreate them, just, you know, talking like this or talking however I'm supposed to talk.
But they're adorable, like a baby's tummy, or like a deer sneezing. Just, come on, please stop.
I think the most significant thing would be that I'm an artist as well, but it's just so interesting to, like, see my voice rather than my artwork become a work of art, like being able to talk in a certain way to make the character that my friend has created into a real person, kind of, or like something on YouTube. I think that's really cool to me, and it's my favorite.
Well, everyone is special. Greetings and salutations from quarantine. This is Aidan, Crawford, aka Ender's VA here. What do you think of ARD? Really, honestly, of ARD itself, I think it's a great idea. It's a great concept. It reminds me of like slice of life animes, and I think if you find the right slice of life anime, it's really enjoyable. What are your duties on ARD? I am a voice actor, so usually sound guy Jeremy or SabNino reach out to me and they're like, hey, you need to come voice Ender. When are you free?
I will also going to do this for you. Yeah,
I'm blind!
You'll be fine. Alright.
Jeremy, you do know Ender's a vampire, right?
I do.
Wait,
But
never mind.
tungsten light does not kill her.
What's your favorite moment on ARD? Oh god, it's been a hot minute since I've sat down and watched all the episodes. I guess my favorite moment, and this is just kind of me stroking my own ego, was the Iron Maiden moment from the original Ask Ender, because I came up with that completely on the fly. That's got to be at least one of my favorite moments. So, who's your favorite character? Duh, Ender. and I get to voice her, and she and I are very similar people, personality-wise. So, I'm just a lot more R18 than she is.
I was expecting a treehouse with drinks, game, and some tease mail, but this is actually impressive for a kid.
Well, she's got this sort of sass about her. That's just like, I am so done with everybody's bullshit. And I just now realized that I'm really done with a lot of people's bullshit, so.
Quick, into the haunted house. Why not the serial killer's trophy while we're at it? No time.
Hello, my name is Jessica Ristau, and I am the voice of Danielle, Dan, the potato girl.
Hi there, I'm Danielle.
I think overall, Another Random Day is a really good project, and it's full of a bunch of diverse characters, and I really like just how it all comes together to make this storyline that's just so unique and cool. My favorite moment on Another Random Day, not in the actual episodes themselves, but when Urich and Dan forced Odette to become part of their potato club, I thought that was really cute and funny.
Consider joining our club!
Potato Club.
My favorite character has to be not the character I play, but Urich, because she's a unicorn, and her colored palette is so nice, and she as a character is just chill and happy and optimistic, and I really like that. I am a voice actor, and I voice act, as I said, Dan. What I like about Dan is that she's unique, she's funny, and she's got a unique voice, which is, it's so fun to do a voice that isn't what everyone else wants. It's fun, and she's so passionate about whatever she feels, you know? Whether it's about potatoes or cannibalism, you know Dan's gonna be all there for it.
And a twist, and a turn. Odette's gonna love this.
To me, Dan represents like hope, because she doesn't fit in, that's clear. She goes on her own path, and I think that's a really good message, saying that you don't have to be like anyone else to be who you are and to be great as a person.
How is you, hentai honey? Grape.
And in Dan herself, I find myself a lot in her. We both love potatoes, and we both stand out, and we're both optimistic, and we're all focused on having fun, you know?
Come join me! Who does missing out on all the fun?
No thanks. I'm not into swimming.
For why?
I got the donuts for our party!
Why do you use as your horn?
Penetration.
Hello, I'm Fiona Rutan, and I play as Urich in Another Random Day. I like her in Another Random Day a lot. I think Sab is doing really well with everything he's done with it, from what I've seen, and I think he's going places. I believe he's going places.
Hello random people, Sab Nino here, and
I'm that gay boy. No, you're not.
No,
Get
you're
over
not.
here.
That was Fee.
What are your duties on Another Random Day? I draw concept art for characters and voice characters. Yes, I believe those are my duties on another random day. My favorite character besides Urich would have to be Dan. I adore Dan. Dan's just so quirky and weird. I love her. Love her and her potatoiness. I've always liked Dan's design, like how Dan is, like Dan's personality and like Dan's character. And I'm not gonna lie, a tiny bit of Urich's inspiration partially came from Dan. I guess that's why they're friends. I really, really like Urich just because she's so quirky. Nobody understands what she's doing. Nobody understands what's going on in her head. For all you know, she could be murdering you 100 times in her head. You'd never know. All you see is just this child, I guess. Urich is essentially a child in an adult body. That's the best way I can put it. She's a child in an adult body.
Where am I?
I don't know.
She identifies as a unicorn for a reason, because, I mean, she probably is a unicorn. Who knows? She's already gay as hell. That's part of my language, but that's just a given. She's extremely flamboyant and gay.
I had to leave early for therapy, so I used my hyper energy magic to rush over here.
Hyper energy magic?
I'm a unicorn, so we have horns to unleash our energy.
She's also a character that I designed and ended up letting Sab use in the show. If Sab is possibly able to get it in, I don't know. Maybe you might see a photo of it pop up at some point. The best way I can explain her is she is the manifestation of my mental state from a time in my life where I was not in the best mindset. But she is all like the happiness I had to get better and like my drive to carry on with my life. That's what I saw Urich as. She was the side of me that made me go to school every day, made me get out of bed, made me make sure I was mentally okay, even though half the time I'm not, but we've all been there. I guess in a way she's the person I wish I could be because she's just quirky and she's not afraid to be herself no matter what people say. She just doesn't care. She does not give a damn. She just does her own thing, minds her own business. I mean, heck, that's why she has Harley Quinn hair. I mean, I know I totally, like, have her hair right now, which was not planned. Not planned at all. Completely coincidental. She is all of the positive emotions that I wanted to keep in my life during a time when I was not in the best state of mind. That's the best way I could put it. Urich is practically me, only take the filter away. She doesn't know how to filter her chaos, it just flows out. She is one with chaos, she's a child of chaos. Her personality, it's very bubbly and she is just always there. She always wants to help. She never wants to do anything wrong to somebody unless they deserve it, then to hell with them. But she does have a side of her that if you unlock it, you will never be able to look at her the same. I hope you all lovely beings have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.
Hello, this is Oops Ghost Pants, or Jewel, or Pants, and I'm doing a little interview about my experience with Another Random Day as Odette. I really, really love it. It's very important to me because I have autism, so to see a show created by someone that also has autism, about someone with autism, is really awesome. And I really like the characters. The humor and the art style reminds me kind of the 90s or early 2000s shows I grew up with. So it's really fun and enjoyable and important for me. I'm sure other people too.
Unique like your autism.
I don't know. That can get in the way of things. But you could say that.
I'm not sure if I have a favorite moment in particular, but of course I really love the scenes with Odette and Dan. I like the show itself, of course. Like Odette and Dan are kind of more like in shorts than the longer episodes, but I really love their interactions. They're really funny.
Hey, you! Pulls my sleeve.
Nothing happened.
I wanted to hold your hand.
My favorite character is actually probably Ender, though, because I really like monster characters, and I really like her design. She's really fun. Of course, I also really love Odette, Dan, and Urich, though. Urich's probably my favorite character design-wise, but like personality-wise or backstory-wise, I definitely like Ender the most.
Why is everyone saying I had a creator? Damn humans are not these weird Frankenstein bullshit monstrosities.
My main thing in real life is I do follow-up surveys with people who had experiences like at the hospital or with buying a vehicle, and I really like doing that because it can have challenges for sure. It helps me a lot with confidence, wanting to be a voice actor. I can talk well. It helps with my speech because of autism, I think, and anxiety. I have some stuttering issues, and my voice gets a little shaky sometimes. I think it really helps with making my voice a lot more confident and fluid, and of course I do voiceover. I don't do a whole lot of it paid, but I really enjoy the projects that I work on, even if I don't get paid for them. And I also like to make plushies and sell them on Etsy. So yeah. What do you like about the characters you play? I like how confident Odette is. I feel like it kind of helps me feel more confident playing a character who's really laid back and confident. Like, knowing I could voice a character like that feels like maybe I could be like that myself too, even though I feel like I don't or I can't.
Well, it's not bad, just predictable. It leaves me wanting more. Makes me crave something fresh, you know?
It just gives me a lot of confidence getting to play someone that's like chill and confident and doesn't seem to ever worry about much at all. And how am I represented in her? I would say the main thing that comes to mind is that I know she's asexual, which I am too. So we're pretty opposite personality-wise, I would say, but that's a big thing that we have in common, that I'm really happy to be able to voice someone that is asexual, because it's pretty rare to have characters like that. I like to, of course, make plushies like I mentioned and voice act. I also like to draw and animate too. I should do it more, because I have a web series as well that I am not the best at keeping up with, but I really do enjoy working on it. I also, of course, love to play video games. I've been trying to stream about every week on my channel, and that's giving me a lot more confidence about my interests and my voice and everything, too. Being on ARD, voicing a character, it's given me one more opportunity to just get to make that dream of becoming a voiceover a reality by getting to work with a creator and bringing a character to life. I just love doing it every single time, every single project, but this one's really special to me because it's one of those that I'm hearing from that hasn't died. that is understandable if a project has to die, because it does take a lot of commitment to make a project and life gets in the way and stuff, but it's still just really great when you know that a project is pretty much not guaranteed, because you can't guarantee anything, but you know, it's like one of those that seems like it's gonna be here for a while, a long time. I don't know how long. I hope it lasts forever, of course. but it just feels like one of those like staple ones that I know I can count on. So, and yeah, I'm really happy getting to voice on it, and I'm excited to see the future of it.
You will suffer for what you've done.
I didn't do anything. You're the one who wanted to play a bad game.
You will suffer for, being you.
Welcome to Behind the Scenes. Also, behind the scenes, I think you can hear my dishwasher. Hold on. Yes, Sab sent me some questions. He said that I could help with behind the scenes since I've like helped here and there. Hello, if you didn't know, I'm the guy who voiced Kaiden back in the day, and I'm now voicing the teacher, I guess. That's a cameo. So now he's sent me some questions to answer. behind the scenes. What do you think of ARD? I think ARD is a special little gem. I think it's original, first of its kind. There's not a lot of shows that are like it. This show, with some tuning up and some future, plots and all that stuff, it could become something really special. I think it can go farther than just a little animation shorts on YouTube to something really good on television and all that. All the people on it are good writers, fun voice actors, all that stuff. I think ARD has grown into something really special. So that's what I think of it. What are your duties on ARD? I watch it. I used to voice Kaiden. And my duties on ARD was sort of, I was kind of like the co-creator. I helped Sab with the idea, but he was the main mastermind of all of it, so all the credit goes to him. But we were just having fun, and I'm glad that I had a little part in this little animation, these little animations, these little cartoons, and I love them. So those were my duties. I guess I give ideas now, like I'm kind of a script writer, but I should really join the script writing and help with the characters and all that. But for right now, I'm just on the sidelines. What's your favorite moment on ARD? Okay, so this is back, I think it was the first episode. It wasn't even my joke, that's why I loved it so much, is that Kaiden broke the fourth wall and just started talking about animation. He just erases Brit's character down to the sketch. He just says the pun, something sketchy's going on here, and he just starts going friggin' psycho. Oh yeah, I'm simply entertained by stupid comedy. I like puns. Okay, that's the story.
I like root beer.
That was my favorite moment. Who's your favorite character? Well, of course, it's Mwah. No, not really. As much as I could say that I like Kaiden's character, what he's going to represent in the future, all the characters are special in their own way, but if I had to say I had a favorite, it would have to be a tie between Nameless and, Mykal. Listen, I have a big soft spot for big, dumb softies who just say the most confounded things. As much as Kaiden's energy was chaotic and fun, Mykal just got that slow kind of comedy that you can get and have fun along with the entire time. I like that about his character. My dishwasher just stopped. I shall be right back. What do you like about your characters, the characters that you play? The characters that I play as of right now, characters that I'm cameoing as is the teacher, and I'll get a bit on him, but let's talk about when I was playing Kaiden. The thing I liked about the character Kaiden is that he's, the chaotic comedy relief, but at some point, a little thing that you haven't seen yet is that he's also an emotional support character, which is kind of interesting because, he has all that crazy aura about him. You didn't think it was going to come from that character, but I thought it was genius when writing the character. I don't know if they're going to continue it, but his whole design was to help others, to brighten others people's day. It was kind of like what I wanted to be as a person. That's what inspired this in this character. His whole ordeal is to brighten people's spirits and give them confidence to achieve what they want to achieve. And it's kind of strange the way he does it, but there's a method to his madness.
She dumped him. Now's your chance. Go ask her out, dude. The worst she can say is a negative yes.
What I like playing about the teacher, it's fun to mess around with. The teacher is, he's honestly fun to play because he's kind of like that one guy who's unrealistic about his dreams. He's all, I'm gonna go to college, I'm gonna get an acting degree, and I'm gonna get myself in a movie. I want to be a ballerina, mom. And he thinks that he's gonna get all this done in a month. And when it doesn't happen, he just takes out all his frustration on the children, screaming at them to call him sexy. He doesn't got a lot of character development, but the stuff that there is good. I like playing that. What does your characters mean to you? For the teacher, he was fun. He's fun to play. He's not a real important role, but it's always fun to have a part in something that's growing. You know, without the side characters or the people in the background, you wouldn't have a show. Because background characters, they're the sort of filler that helps make the story seem like a real world. Because if it was just the characters and themselves with no other, you know, context of where they were going, then there wouldn't really be a story, because you can't have a story without a world. How are you represented in your characters? When I was playing Kaiden, I was having fun, you know. It was sad that I had to leave at the time because of personal family issues, but the guy who's playing Kaiden now is brilliant. He has the funny, stretchy, cartoony voice that, you know, fits the genre that Kaiden is placed into. That chaotic energy, how he bounces around from thing to thing, saying random things at some point, but somehow all of these crazy random things somehow fit into this crazy puzzle that he's making himself. He does a good job on doing that.
She likes to create these black hole thingies, and then you go into them with the power of your mind.
The teacher, he's fun to play. I think that's it, honestly. I hope that was a quick fire round. It took 8 minutes to do that. Ooh, we're gonna have to shorten that a bit. Thanks for having me in this little behind the scenes. Thank you, Sab. Have a nice day.
Look, I'm just saying, Sam, not everyone is interested in a club titled Comedians from the 70s. People nowadays just won't get it.
Sure they will. Ask anyone from rural areas. They seem to understand simple dynamics of the cosmic era.
You're an idiot.
High five! Anyone? Friggin' Carlin. ARD means to me is, it's kind of a grungy, you know, dishwash, which sounds a lot worse than it is, but it's actually kind of a community in a sense. But it's a very well put together college sort of thing that has a lot of meaning to a lot of people. And I think, you know, our the show's creator Sab has a lot to offer. You know, the people. The show itself, it's got this. I don't know how to explain it. It's like this angsty feeling that I think it kind of follows the 7 paths and maybe even 8 intelligences that all the different teenagers experience at some point in their life. And I definitely think that it narrows down the darkness in all of us. I think people watch it because people realize, like, hey, this isn't, you know, if these people can go through this, you know, they can like it's relatable. I think that's the reason, you know, that it's as wonderful of a cartoon as it is.
You got any advice to future voice actors?
Live long and prosper.
That's a good.
However, I've only worked for so long, and I've really learned to you know, put as many hours into it as possible. And I definitely think that you know, there's a community aspect, and there's also a project aspect as well. People are not so much, you know, trying to create an episode as they are trying to convey some source material that they're, you know, it's like if you have a school project where you're portraying slam poetry or anything like that, it's your opportunity to share your work. And I think that's why it's a community, is because people have an opportunity to show what their talent is and what they're made of. And I don't think that there's any problem with that.
Later, Brit.
Okay, that one was good too.
My favorite line is the thumping noise.
That's a really hard line to do.
If Verity had like a motivational book,
Yeah.
one of the lines for Ender would definitely be thump.
The show itself it's very funny and quirky. There's so many goofy moments, like Kaiden, the goofy tall guy, says a lot of silly things, and the faces he makes. Sab with his, you know, the way he expresses humor, and it's like kind of the social awkwardness. And then there's Brit with her strange sexualization towards awkward things. And then, you know, just the whole cast in general. They're definitely a unique bunch. My particular work on the show as audio stuff and writing a few scripts, I've definitely learned that knowing the characters and as much character development as there has been on the show has been straightforward. It's been really easy to work with, especially with the very, very frontal information that Sab has provided me. Just on the dot, not even questioning it whatsoever. There's like a lot of trust in that, and I definitely think that there was some fantastic moments on the show where I was having fun and everyone was laughing, everyone was smiling. There's a lot of focus going on, expertise. People were getting every in and out of it, and I definitely think that there's so much learning that could be done and so much more that could be done in the future. That's it.
I've been a good little edge boy. I want my monster. What do I generally think about Another Random Day? I honestly think it's a really good idea. I love the concept of it. I think every single character on it is very unique, has their own great kind of personality. And I love just how the thought process was, because one of the original cast members for Another Random Day was my roommate for a while. So he would tell me the thought process that him and Sab would go through when they were creating Another Random Day, and I just thought it was really great of a process. What are my duties on Another Random Day? Well, I made the music, and it was honestly really, really fun. I love making the music for Another Random Day. I was actually responsible for the original first soundtrack, so that was a lot of fun making. Oh god, my favorite moment on Another Random Day, it actually wasn't in the actual series, but it was a little short film, the Can't Sleep Love, where it was just Brit and Claire, and I just love that video so much. I just really love it. I thought it was really cute. I'm probably gonna be biased because, again, the original cast member and the original person was my roommate for a while, and I love him to death, but Kaiden, love Kaiden. I love how Sab writes for Kaiden. He definitely makes sure that Kaiden has a very hyper, energetic kind of personality, and I really, really do enjoy it.
Let me explain some rules. 1, there isn't any. 2, no rules, no problem.
So my job on Another Random Day was to provide music for episode 4. It expanded to a little bit of short videos and short films that Sab would do throughout his channel, and he was always free to use them for Another Random Day or even stuff out of it. What I tried to make was to make sure that all the songs sounded a little more upbeat, definitely sounded like a happy feeling, and more like it was coming from like a video game.
Just so you know, Nameless hadn't had any game experience.
So we're gonna play Truth or Dare or what?
Hello, my name is Ava. I also go by Candy Sandy on Instagram. And here are a few questions I was sent to answer. So the first question was, what do I think of Another Random Day? So, not much really. It's a project I helped Sab on. We met back in high school, so it's more like me trying to help out a friend. It was very interesting the first time I saw the cartoon, and I really like how much it's evolved so far, but I really do hope it continues because I do like it.
Hi Sam, how are you doing today? I'm very hyper.
So my duty is storyboarding usually. Sab will send me a scene and then I just storyboard them out. The first scene I helped him with was when I storyboarded Ender showing off my powers to Sab.
You can make shadow puppets, control your own temperature, teleport, mind control, and even heal your wounds.
Who is my favorite character? So actually, I don't think she's actually made that many appearances in Another Random Day animated wise. I do like Urich, I think that's her name. She's like a cute little unicorn girl. And then another girl that has like purplish hair. I forget their name. It's been a while that I've seen them or heard their names. But if it seems like an actual character from Another Random Day, I do like Jasmine and Ender just because they're more anime-inspired. No taco crazy fangirls because they like yaoi and voice love, so that's why.
So what are you doing?
Reading a little fanfic. It's a yaoi of my favorite shipping, Aidan and Solix.
Did you say yaoi?
So what's my favorite moment in another random day? So my favorite moment, I believe, is actually when they show us Sab's like secret lair. I do think that was interesting also because I helped design one of the cover arts for one of the video games. The sexy action figure anime girls, that one. I don't remember if that's the exact name, but it's been a while. It was a long time ago now, like maybe 2 years. But that was my favorite one, my favorite part. And then from this new recent one, I think it's cute how Nameless was talking to Miss Mannequin. Because I kind of helped with that storyboard episode 2. So I thought that was cute too.
That's what I said. A salad does not make me solid.
So something I try to emphasize while storyboarding is character emotion. I do really like expressing emotion through my storyboards because that's what I want to try to do whenever I make my own story, is trying to express emotions very well, like where they feel actually human. So that's why I try my best to make characters react very like over dramatic and over the top and crazy in style. But that's what I try to emphasize. Like I know Ender, like the recent scene I storyboarded, Ender didn't actually get very mad, but I remember when Ender got really mad at Sab for like overabundant of questions, but she didn't get mad that much in this scene, so that one confused me because she seems to get mad very easy. So I decided to storyboard her actually get really mad in this specific scene just because I figured that it was more her style, her character-wise. So that's what I try to emphasize is emotion and characteristics that are specific to characters.
Can we get some snacks first? Sure. Just TP me. I'm not Minecraft.
Okay, so I am an occasional storyboarder. I mostly worked on episode 4, and my favorite moment is actually in that episode. I think partially because I'm biased and I boarded it, partially just because it's funny, and that is when Nameless overreacts to the cockroach and just destroys his whole living room shooting it. He's also my favorite character just because I like those kind of oddball recluse characters in general. He reminds me a little bit of Zim. And as far as what I try to emphasize in individual characters in my storyboards, I really just try to push facial expressions as best as I can, and I think it's something that, even though I really enjoy doing it, I'm probably a little weak in, and I would like to grow doing that. As for things that I do in my free time, less lately just for a myriad of reasons, but I like to draw a lot. I like to play video games. I've been really into Stardew Valley for a long time, actually probably an inexcusably long time. And I've been really enjoying Fire Emblem Three Houses lately. I just got that. I like Factorio a lot too. And also into TV. I'm finally watching Avatar: The Last Airbender for the first time because my partner is just shocked that I'd never seen it, and it's really good. Again, I am a storyboarder, not on all of the episodes, but on some. I would love to do it again. I've also done background design for characters. I'm currently doing that right now. And as far as just kind of hobbies versus my position, I do a lot of art, and I'm doing storyboard art for the show, so that seems like a good fit, and I've been really enjoying it when I have had a chance to do it. So that's that.
Hello, I'm Aaron Loving. I'm an animator on Another Random Day. I'm a big fan of Another Random Day. It's a big inspiration in a lot of ways because there's not a lot of independent animation on YouTube that stays around that long. And I think it's just very impressive that Sab has been able to keep up doing it on like YouTube and doing it non-stop, even like no matter what, for the past few years. and like the constant improvement is really cool. I think my favorite moment would have to be in episode 3, when the character Ender is dressed up as Japanese pop star Hatsune Miku. I'm not too familiar with the character, however, I have a lot of respect for the art of Vocaloid, and I just think it's very cool that Hatsune Miku got a nod in such a way.
It is! It's a cosplay of the Vocaloid Hatsune Miku, and it looks pretty professional.
I think my favorite character to animate, and just in general, is Sab, because, you know, he's a relatable, weird, strange, uncomfortable teenager, and you know what? That's my kind of thing. I'm a big fan of that kind of stuff. That's crazy, it's cool. I don't know, that blows my mind. It's crazy, I would love to make something like that. I didn't do much work animation-wise, but I plan to do more. But I think my favorite moment that I ever did was in episode 4, when there was a bunch of crazy little characters running away from who knows what. I didn't at the time. I was just very confused. I'm like, why are they running? And he said, I won't tell you, it's a spoiler. I soon found out it was 3D grasshoppers. So that's kind of crazy. That's the kind of environment that there is on the SabNino team. You never know what's happening, but when you find out, it's worthwhile, and I'm a big fan of that kind of crazy, off-the-wall stuff. Anyway, as somebody who wants to get into animation but isn't very experienced, SabNino giving the opportunity to work on Another Random Day was very helpful in learning kind of how his process works and helping me develop my own thing. And working on something that's similar to that now, going into that, it's been very helpful to have that as like a point of reference a little bit. So thank you, Sab Nino, and thank you everybody else who worked on the thing. All I do is work on animation stuff, to answer that question. But I'm working on my own original stuff. I've got a podcast that I do. I've got original series I'm working on, but for the most part I just do little crazy Oni plays stuff for now. But you know what? That's what works. So thank you, SabNino, and thank you to the Another Random Day team for this wonderful opportunity, everybody.
Hey, what's up? My name is Yzinx. You may know me as Yzinx or YZINX on Instagram. If you follow my art, that's where I am. So it says, what do you think of ARD? So I said, I think Another Random Day shows the potential of Sebastian and his creativity. It's a creative cartoon in of itself. It's sort of out of the box, and I kind of appreciate that. It says, what are your duties on ARD? I'm an animator, 2D animator. I do character animation, inking, frame by frame. What's your favorite moment on ARD? My favorite moment on ARD is probably the scene where Nameless is in the lounge by himself and he's like really bored and doesn't know what to do, so he's kind of just like sitting there and it's kind of like, that part. That's quality content right there. Who's my favorite character? My favorite character is probably Nameless out of everybody. I just like his personality. He's just like a little funky fellow. He's a little funky fellow. I vibe with him. And also I like his voice a lot. I really like his voice.
I like to think of Sab and Jasmine as my parents, since Sab created me, and Jasmine is his current mating partner.
I'm an animator. I do inking frame by frame in Adobe Animate CC. Yeah. It says, who's your favorite person / character to animate? I've only animated 2 shots, which were of Sab and of Brandon. And Brandon was my favorite to animate. He's just fun to draw. I think I struggled with it a bit, but it was nice.
Please don't tell me this can cause a zombie apocalypse.
This is what's your favorite moment that you've animated, and it's the same thing. It's of Brandon. He kind of like jumps up and he says, "Well, that happened," and that was pretty fun. That was a good scene. So, I'm looking forward to working again on Another Random Day. It's a cool production. Thanks for having me.
Bam, I'm an icon. Mainly because I was struggling on figuring out how to end this. So, here you go. We finally did a behind the scenes video on Another Random Day. You got to know all the amazing cast and crew that made the series possible. All because you guys decided to stick around and show us support through 5 whole years of Another Random Day. I can't thank all of you enough for watching the show. You've helped with motivating all of us throughout production of these episodes. And we wouldn't be where we are today if we didn't have such a phenomenal audience. I also wanted to thank you for 10 years of SabNino as a whole, and helping this channel reach 1,000 subscribers, or 2,000 now. Didn't expect 2 milestones in the span of a single year. But this is only the beginning for ARD, and this channel as a whole. So let's shoot for another 5 years of Another Random Day, and I'll see you in the future.